have this weird little bump perpetually in my hair. Just always does that. No matter what. Oh well. It feels really healthy though right now. It feels happy. That's good. Dorothy has joined us. Welcome to our party, Dorothy. I'm so sorry. I apparently don't know how to talk today. Dorothy. I was saying Dorothy joined, and I said Dorothy because word expedience. I could just smish them all together and make it all into one word. Hi. So I'm always curious what it is when people pop in and they're like, oh, okay, what's this all about? Like what people assume that live streams are about. I don't watch that many live streams, so I don't really know. Lisa is, I think, oh, I'm sorry. Liz Daddy something or other. Hi. Welcome. And Blue Livin and Joanna are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and joining us. How's it going? How was your day? How was your daylight savings? Are you enjoying it? My husband's like going all around all day, like, why are all the clocks wrong? And I'm like, oh yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, that's right. Time changes. So. But yeah, what's up with my hair doing this thing? I don't get. I mean, it's because I have these little bang thingies, and then they're just too light, and oh well, such is life. But yeah, my hair feels pretty happy today. I washed it yesterday, did my weekly washing. I'll wear it down for 2 days, and then I'll have it up for the rest of the time. So, Color Pop and me is here. I like Color Pop. I think Color Pop's kind of cool. They are not my absolute favorite, but they are one that I enjoy. Some other palettes are not as. I need to get into some of their other stuff. You should recommend some of their other things that are not palettes. I'm going to roll up my sleeve here because I know I'm going to need to do some swatching. And so I'm just going to be preemptive and go for that. By the way, this shirt, I'm not sure where I got it. I feel like it came from Burlington or something like that. But yeah. These earrings came from, where was that fancy schmancy place I told you guys I shopped from a few months ago? They had an outlet up here. I don't know, one of the fancy schmancy places that has an outlet. I got these for a little bit. The glasses, I think these are from Pane Glasses. Let's see. Yeah, Pane Glasses. And that's about it. I'll tell you about my eye look. So let's talk about the palettes that I've been using over the past several days, basically the past week, because 6 days, right? Yeah. So I'll show you what I used before, and then I'll show you what's on my eyes right now. This is the third day with this particular palette. So I've been doing this thing, and I don't know if it's maybe the best way to use my palettes, but it's just what I've been doing because I'm a very systematic sort of person. And I like to have a pattern and a system to everything I do. So anyway, every time there's a palette that has like 3 rows, one way or another, I tend to go into the 3 rows and use 1 row per day because I'm using each palette 3 days in a row. So 3 days in a row and 3 rows in a day. No, 1 row in a day. Sorry, that was sad. Wisco is the name of this palette. How do you say that? Who speaks Polish around here? Somebody? I know somebody speaks Polish that can help me with that. This is from Glam Shop PL, or Glam Shop Poland. And this is one of their purple palettes. This one came out earlier in the year, I believe. It came out, I think there was a green one that came out at the same time. I should clean this up a little bit because it's looking a little loved. And it's this dark shade right here broke. So I've like done a reset of it, but it's messy. And also, these are really powdery. They perform very nicely, but they are very powdery. This is one of my favorite. Well, it's hard for me to say that. So y'all know I love purple. You all know I love purple palettes. Um, and I love this palette, and I would say it's up towards my top. But the reality is, I haven't actually used a lot of my purple palettes exclusively. I have a bunch of them in here that I really need to try. So I don't know if I can say this is really a favorite yet because I need to compare it to others and see if it's a favorite. But I literally went a row, a row, a row and did my looks that way. And I really liked it. And I liked how it turned out specifically because I was able to get like a really light purple. And the thing that I like about this is it doesn't turn pink. So even though this is kind of on the pink side, it's not. It's a nice little purple. Yeah, and I'm still dealing with bronchitis. That's just kind of the way it is. That's just the way. And then I went through here and I really used this. Is this considered a glitter? It is basically, it's a really fine um, glitter. I would, yeah, I would say that would have to qualify as a glitter. It's so beautiful though. It's really, really gorgeous, but it's quite fine. I mean, I don't know. Is it glitter? It's not gonna have like the big chunks. So it's pretty fine. And then this one is fun because I did a halo eye and put this in the middle of it, and it was really pretty. So yeah, I really enjoyed working with this. Sometimes I say that when I have monochrome palettes, I'm a little afraid to use them. Not afraid to use them, but like using them for 3 days is kind of like, am I going to be bored? Am I going to not like the palette after I'm done? But this one I didn't. I mean, I wasn't bored at all because they're just so unique. Even though they're all purple, those colors are really unique and interesting and really beautiful. So, like it, even though it's a mess, we'll forgive it for being messy. But what is on my eye right now, I was really curious about this one because I've had this one for a couple of months, and I think that this was actually before their reformulation. And that's the Ace Beauté Flare Palette. So I did the same thing with this because I'm just one systematic sort of person. So I have the middle row on my eyes today. I will take my glasses off so you can kind of see what we're doing there. So lots of orangey, sunshiny, pretty, brilliant. I don't wear a ton of orange, and if I do, a lot of times I will combine it with like a teal or green or something like that, or even purple. But I thought, I'm just gonna go with the rose and stay true to that. So yesterday I had a nice green look, and then the day before that I had a more purpley look. And oh, and it was actually pretty red. This one actually was pretty red because once I put this on, that pretty much dominated. This is what it looked like. So do I think that the formula is different? I don't see it being that different, but if I really compare them side by side, maybe I would get an indication that they're a little bit different. But I think this is really good. So this is the one I got from um, Boxy, like I want to say 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, and I hadn't really used it until now. But I think their reformulation came out after that. So I'm pretty sure that when they put these in the Boxy, they were probably just trying to get rid of old inventory so that when the new ones came out, they would be able to have all new. Or I might be wrong. This could be the new formulation. I don't have a date or anything on this, so who knows? I'm guessing this is the old one though, but I do not know that for sure. So I will be putting these into the stack for the month of November. For the month of November, I decided to be a little naughty. Usually I'm going in, not naughty. It's my rules. I get to do what I want anyhow. Miss Charlie's here. Hi. And Corman Rob is here and Nazare is here. So welcome, 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 welcome. So yeah, we're talking about the last couple palettes I used. Since this is my birth month, happy birthday to me. by the way. I decided that I'm not going to actually reuse any palettes. I'm just going to use all new ones because I want to, and it's my prerogative, and I can. So everything that I'm going to use this month is going to be new to me palettes that I have not done the whole like in-depth sort of dive. Miss Callan is here. Hi, how are you? And a crayon in the box is here. Hi, welcome, welcome. So yeah, we're just talking about the last couple palettes that I used. Since this is my birth month, I pulled out the ones that I was most excited to use for the month, and I will be posting the looks. I think I have to do both of those. I have to do the 3 looks for both of those. So the way that I do it is I use a palette for 3 days, and then I post them. Sean is here. Hi, Sean. He likes to join us too. Thank you, thank you. And see what we're up to. You know what it is? I think what it is he's out here being smart because he's trying to get into the psyche of women. What do women really talk about and think about when they're in these environments, when the girls are hanging out? That's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. You know, that just means you're smart. That just means you're smart. You're trying to figure out what the other 50% is up to. So here we go. So Ipsy, thank you for the happy birthday. I'm gonna celebrate. My birthday is not till the 23rd, but I'm gonna be celebrating until then. So see, I knew it, Sean. See, am I right? Am I right? You're out here. You're being smart. I gotta give it to you. You know, if men want to know what's going on with the other 50% of the population, they need to hang out with us and just come in here and chill with us and see what we talk about. The Ace Beauté Fall palette, yes, I only used it for the 2 looks that I did, right? Is that correct, or am I lying about? No, wait. Now I can't even remember what I used. Hold on. Where'd I put it? Is it up here? I'd have to look back at my post and see. Let's see. I did. Maybe I stuck it over there. Did I actually use that for the 3? I don't think I used it for the 3 yet, or maybe I did. But I think they're pretty comparable. I'll have to check back with that, Charlie, and see. Fluffy Smiles is here. Hi, Fluffy Smiles. You and your beautiful fluffy smile. So you all know Ipsy. Okay, so in the month of October, here's the summary for those that don't know the story. In the month of October, Ipsy decided yet once again to send my Ipsy glam bag to my previous address. So I messaged them and I said, "Hey, you again have sent it to the wrong address." And they said, "Well, your glam bag and your glam bag plus are different accounts, and so you have to update your account on both of those." I'm like, first of all, that's stupid. But secondly, I've already done that a couple months ago, and you're still sending it to the wrong address. And so they're like, "Oh, well, we don't normally do this, but we'll send you a replacement." So they sent me a replacement, but it wasn't October, it was September. So then I was like, "Well, okay, you sent me a replacement, but you sent me the wrong one." And so they said, "Okay, well, we don't normally do it, but we'll send you another replacement." So they sent another replacement. And then in the meantime, I got the one that went to the other address. So I got the October one, which happened to be this. Now, this is not the one. This isn't the one that they originally sent me. This was the replacement, the first real replacement, because they sent me one replacement, which was actually a duplicate of September. So I got 2 September bags because of the replacement. And then they sent me this, which is the Murad. We talked about this. It's the same thing that came again as the replacement. And then the Chasin' Rabbits Bubble Cleanse and the Cermetic Perfection 100 All-in-One Facial Eye Cream and the Farah Medium Angled Shading Brush and the Woma by Sharon C mascara. So they sent me another exact copy of that. And then I got another notification that said, "Your replacement has been shipped." And I was like, "Another one?" So I got another one. But this one is not a repeat at all. So some of these things are going to go into because I got exact duplicates, anything that I was looking at and I was like, maybe I'll keep it, maybe I'll give it away. Now one will go in the giveaway and one I'll keep. But both of these mascaras are going to go into giveaways, and because I just won't use them. The cleanser, I'll give one to hubby and I'll give you guys one. But this is what came in the last one, just in case you're curious. So if Ipsy messes up for you, apparently they will overcompensate, and instead of getting one replacement, you'll get 3 replacements plus the original one. So I got 4 bags last month for the price of one. But then I put it on hold for this month, but I might just cancel it because I'm not very excited about what it's being sent out in the Huda bag. I'm irritated because they pushed the perfume, and of course nobody got the perfume. And they do that sort of bait and switch sort of thing, like trying to get people to sign up for it, and then they're like, oh, by the way, we don't actually have that. We're not actually going to send that thing out. And Boxy does the same thing. And so I think just the same poor management on both of them is taking over and whatnot. But here's what I got in my second one. I haven't opened any of this stuff. I opened the bag and looked at it, but I haven't. Well, actually, that's not true. I opened this one. I Feel Green is here. MLK Alcald is here. Welcome, welcome. Hot Cocoa Bomb. This is from Bassy Beauty or Bassy Beauty. Eyeshadow Quad. I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to show you what it reminds me of. So this is a little plastic eyeshadow quad that looks like this. Very simple. And it reminds me an awful lot of... Pull this one out. Well, that one's... The colors are a little bit different. This is the one I got from Shop Miss A. And I have swatched this one, so that one is one that I'm either going to just give to friends or family or whatever. But you see how similar those are? I have not swatched this, so I don't know what the quality is, but it looks really similar. Let me pull up my other Shop Miss A because it looks like the colors might be a little bit closer to this. It's still different. But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking this is probably going to be pretty close to the Shop Miss A quality, which these are $1. So, just saying. Boxy did that to you as well. Sent to the wrong address after removed. Sent a replacement. I did end up getting their original, so replacement will go in a giveaway. Hey, it works. I mean, people are still getting the stuff and whatnot. And so this one is going to go on a giveaway too. I have not swatched it or anything. I'm assuming it's not that great of anything, but if we can get a giveaway sent out before the holidays, somebody can use this as a little stocking stuffer for, a young makeup wearer or something like that. Dermalect. I have a serum, Dermalect serum, that I'm working my way through. This is Smooth and Supple Lip Mask Melt. We talked about this. Lip masks are now the new super cheap skincare item to send out because they're so easy to make. It's basically mostly petroleum jelly. I don't know if that's what's actually in here, but I bet it is. Yeah. They're nice to have, though, in the wintertime. I'm not hating on these, so I'll probably hang on to this. I have quite a few, though. Evening Primrose, Abyssinian. Yeah, those are both good oils. I use both of those in my skin oil, so I put them on my lips anyhow. So, Ton Castle or Ton Castle, I don't know. How do I say that? Or Ton Castle is here. Welcome, welcome. All right, so Plumpkin Retinol Eye Cream from Tony Moly. I don't know these brands. I think they're probably, when I needed the replacement, they just probably went through and figured, grabbed things that they had extras of. Because I haven't seen anybody get anything like this recently. So my guess is these are just old things sitting around that they're like, we'll just throw this in a bag and send it to her. So this is another eye cream. I got so many eye creams. We'll debate about whether or not we're going to keep that one and send it out. This is the Lottie London Wing Woman. And I have seen this one. I've not opened this one yet, but I think I will do that. You guys want to see this in action? I know you've probably seen it. I have the Lottie London stamp, the star stamp, and I used that yesterday. That was kind of fun. I think it's fun to just do a little star there in place of a wing. And actually, I kind of find it fun because it does add a little bit of something to it. But since I am on the older side and I have hooded eyes, I find just stamping a little star there kind of does the idea, kind of gives you the illusion of the wings without making wings. Plus, with glasses, it doesn't really show that much. Tony Moly is fab. I use that brand all the time. All right, good to know. Now I have something fab, so I'll try to use it. So this is is this a two-ended thing, or am I lying about that? Maybe it's a one-ended thing. Oh, yeah, it's a two-ended thing, isn't it? Isn't that? Or is it not? Oh, is this just I thought this was a stamp thing. Liquid eyeliner. I guess it's just a liquid eyeliner. Oh, I thought it was a two-ended one that was like a little stamp thing. So it's Lottie London Wing Woman. I didn't need to open this up because I already have a bunch of, but that was my bad. I have a bunch of black liners, but hey, now I've opened it up. I may as well swatch it. Looks pretty nice and dark. The point is, let me put it up here so you can see what the point is. There you go. It's pretty fine. I mean, it comes to a pretty fine point, and then it has some girth. Can I say that? Girth around the base. All right, K Beauty brand. Okay, cool. Good to know. I've not really done much at all for K Beauty. I know it's trendy, but I just don't have the patience to wait for the orders to come in, and I don't know. You know, I guess I have so much stuff to use that I don't worry about it. And I know K Beauty is really skincare heavy, and I'm not a skincare person, so M2U NYC. Anybody know this brand? Miss Charlie, you know everybody, so you can tell me about this brand. This is an eye primer. I have not opened this one up either. But it looks like it's a full size. And this is a full size. So that's not too bad. 2 full-size items and 3 little minis. This one will go in a giveaway, and I think I'll keep the rest. Sorry, guys. I'm still coughing. That's the way it goes. That's just the way it is, baby. I'll drink some warm something. Some warm liquid. This is coffee, so I'll do that. K Beauty at TJ Maxx. Okay. Victoria's here. Hi, Victoria. Welcome. I have not gotten a lot of anything at TJ Maxx lately, and again, because they do a lot of skincare with K Beauty, so I don't worry about skincare. But I mean, people get mad at me when I say you need to worry about skincare. That's literally you have to worry about skin. Okay, I do take care of my skin. I just don't use commercial skincare to do it. But how can you take care of your skin if you don't use creams and lotions and things? Well, I do because I get all sorts of creams and lotions from all these subscription boxes. But when I don't have that, I do my own. I DIY my own. Yasmin La Coiffeuse is here. Does that mean Yasmin the hairdresser? There's my French attempt. Welcome. Okay, guys, so this is kind of the main focus of this because I told you guys that I wasn't planning on getting a lot for the rest of the year, but there are certain things that I really wanted. There are certain things that I really want, and I think I have set kind of what I want to get. I'm kind of annoyed with everybody's like, "Ooh, Sephora sale. Ooh, I could get 10% off." 10%, that's tax, people. That's nothing. 10% is not gonna, I mean, what? It's not worth it. It's not, especially since everything's so overpriced. I mean, in my opinion, at Sephora. Anyhow, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Not necessarily overpriced, but it's on the pricey side at Sephora. So then I'm like, um, there's two things basically that I want to get. I was kind of looking at the She's and Parties, but I think I'm gonna wait on that one because I feel like I can maybe get it on a better sale. I don't know. You guys can give me advice on where I should get these. But the two that I want to get are the Huda Jaguar palette. I'm really interested in that. I've seen some gorgeous looks created with that. It's got the cool tones, the mauvey cool tone, purpley sort of leaning sort of stuff, which I'm so into. So I think I want that. And the other one is the Norvina 5, the purple palette. Those are the two that I think I want to get from Sephora. And I haven't ordered anything from Sephora for a really long time. So all I'm at is like the base, whatever the low level is, the 10% off. So should I do that or should I wait till Black Friday? You guys know you have been here in civilization longer. I mean, like when I was not in civilization, meaning I was in the Caribbean. You guys have been here shopping and spending your money. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I'm trying to adjust my light so it's a little bit brighter because the outside light is brighter. So, Kaloda is here. Welcome. If I do not say your names wrong, if I do not say your names correctly, please don't be angry at me. I'm trying. But I'm very happy that you came and joined us. So it's okay. A lot of people don't say my name right either. I get called Patricia a lot. My name is Priscilla. I like to talk about stuff. But yeah, people call me Patricia. That's not my name. That's one of my least favorite names. I'm sorry if your name is Patricia, but I don't really like it. I think it just reminds me of, I think it's just because it's the name that I have been called like accidentally so many times and I'm just like, I don't like that name. But I know some really, really, really nice people named Patricia or Pat. So I have no problem with anybody named that. And that doesn't give me the heebie-jeebies or anything if you're named that. It's just when I'm called that, it's just like, why would you call me that? Oh, also the other thing is, who remembers the Saturday Night Live, the Pat? Pat that was on Saturday Night Live. I was not a Saturday Night Live person, but I do remember that. And so every time somebody would call me Pat or Patricia, I'd be like, yeah, no, not my name. Not my name. All right, so I did mention to you guys when I was like, okay, these are the ones that I want to buy. Okay. She's in Parties. We're going to hold off on that. I think we're going to go with the Jaguar and the Norvina 5 for my birthday splurges. And then the other ones that I want to get are the Giant Wolves and Hummingbird palettes from Odin's Eye. That's kind of it. And then I did grab just one, I think, from, I have in my Huda Ipsy X Huda, I have one of their purple palette, whatever that one is, purple haze. That one's coming. And then I didn't buy anything from there. Well, actually, I don't think their sale's up yet. So I have to take a look and see what's there, if there's anything that I want to get. Do I have a coupon there still? I might have a $10 coupon. Then I need to try. I'll have to double check that. But then from Ipsy, in their add-ons, I grabbed what's the one that did the Haunted Europe? I know you guys know. Nomad Cosmetics. They have that little one that they squished down. It was the one that was politically incorrect or whatever. What is it? The Oriental Express or something like that. I don't know. Like, oh, you guys call it Oriental Express. That's apparently not correct anymore. Anyway, they squished it down into a smaller little 9 pan, And I don't have any of their palettes. I have a single of theirs that I got from Ipsy. So I grabbed that one because it was like $12, and I'm like, that's a great way to try them, I think. I do want their Haunted Europe palette at some point, but that's not one that I'm so pushing towards. So eventually, eventually I think I'll pick that up. But I got to be careful with this eventually thing, because I said the same thing about the Tati Beauty palette. I was like, I'll get that eventually. And then now, all gone. So here's my theory on Tati Beauty. People are saying some weird stuff that tells me that people don't really understand legal stuff. For example, I keep hearing people, this is not about Tati Beauty, this is about Jaclyn. So Jaclyn Cosmetics, Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, whatever. People are talking about her and how, like, why doesn't she come out with a palette? She keeps coming out with these palettes for Morphe, and I don't understand. Blah 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 blah. Is there a bug on our ceiling? I think there's a bug up there. I'll have to investigate him later. I just looked up and realized I think there's a bug up there. There it is. Random thoughts. But yeah, so anyway, Jaclyn Hill, and people are like, well, why doesn't she do it for herself? She is clearly under contract, y'all. Or she would. The reason that she's doing things the way she's doing is because she's under contract. Like, she's not stupid. She knows what to do for business. She got herself sucked into a contract. This happens a lot of times with influencers that are just like so excited. Oh my goodness, Morphe, they're such a big company. They want to actually collaborate with me, and they sign the contract without really thinking. And then she went, oh, by the way, I might actually want to start my own company. Now I can't. So now she's stuck in this thing. And it's probably, my guess is probably going to be, like 5-10 years or something like that. And then she'll start coming out with palettes. That's the way it is. Contracts. So then people went on this thing about somebody posted kind of like, I couldn't believe like how uninformed or unaware it was. And that was, I don't know who it was or whatever, but I saw something come through where they said, oh my goodness, Tati Beauty hasn't sent out anything since last year. Well, no wonder they went under. The reason they haven't sent out any orders since last year, or they haven't taken any orders since last year, is because they couldn't. They were on like a freeze, like a legal freeze, where they couldn't actually do anything with their business until, I mean, there's certain things that you can tell, and you can, oh, the bug is flying now. That's great. Anyway, so that's the thing, like, you ought to understand is that there's so much more to these things. And when she's in litigation, she can't just do whatever she does. She has actually, the court will actually put a freeze and say, okay, you can't actually conduct any business with this, keep the name, whatever, this and that, all that kind of stuff. And then, so, yeah, I mean, it sucks. It really sucks because it was so successful, and it was so many people I don't know of anybody that got that palette. There's people who don't like Tati now, but the palette they love. So it's kind of like Jeffree Star. You hear the people that are like, can't stand him, but they're like, oh, his stuff is really good. I've never used his stuff, so I don't know. And I was saying years ago, this man is shady. This dude is shady. Like, seriously. And everybody's like, no, he's just an entertainer. He's just this and that. I said the same thing about James Charles. When he was on Tati's show, I was like, Tati, you stupid. I like you, Tati. I like you as a person. But your judge of character is seriously lacking. If you think that James Charles is a good person to like, and I feel like, she was trying to mentor him. I don't know, whatever. I think Tati is a good person. I think she's not the smartest when it comes to judgment, but I think she is sincerely, genuinely a good person who cares about people. And I think that was shown in the way she tried. I mean, she got slaughtered for everything. She got thrown under the bus for stuff that I mean, whew, people. People. I don't understand. Anyway, but people will just follow somebody blindly and then be like, I love him because he's this or that, or I love her because she's this or that. And then they do something, and either you're going to cover everything, or they're completely like, they just betrayed us and did all this stuff. Like, they're just people. They're just people. And even though I see that people are shady and whatnot, I mean, I knew that was going to blow up years ago. But, I see it and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, he's too young. He was like such a, yeah. I mean, yeah, Sister James, right? Um, it, he's just, the thing is, he's young and he's unstable. He's unstable and he's never had anybody to stabilize him. And this is what happens when somebody who is going through a lot of instability in their own emotional development then is given all this power and influence. It's going to be that much worse. Like, power corrupts normal level, um, developed, mature adults. So imagine what it does to a kid. And I mean, he got rich and famous and had no, I mean, he didn't have a chance. He really didn't have a chance. So I feel really bad for him. And I think that's maybe where Tati was. That's where she was trying to like guide him along and help. But he was, he hit that power and that money and that influence, and he was not having any of her logic. I mean, anyway, LA girl. Let's talk about something less I don't know. What's the word? Something like that. Maggie D Beauty is here. Maggie D Beauty. Yeah, okay. I'll go with it. If you tell me if it's wrong. And yeah, welcome to everybody else that I have not that I've missed out. Prisco Hernandez is here. Priscilla Hernandez, not Patricia. Priscilla. That's a good name. I like that name. Welcome. Okay, so I told you guys if LA Girl comes out with a holiday release, I will get it. And this is what they came out with. They came out with two palettes. One is more neutral and one is a little less neutral. It's still neutral enough that I hemmed and hawed, but guys, this is $11 on Ulta. Let me tell you about this formula. If you don't know about this formula, okay, I got the less neutral one. So this whole corner over here is pretty neutral. But then you get into some fun, very cool toned, wintry, grungy, soft, just really delicious colors over here. This is the holidays. It does on the back say what you got. It's cute, glittery. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? It's not glitter that's going to come off. It's all stuck on there. Has a nice little metal plate that says LA Girl. This is a nice looking palette. It's got a big mirror. The whole thing is a mirror. You can see outside my window to my bargain chairs that I got. And yeah, these two rows here that are neutrals. The other thing with this is all of the mattes are neutrals, which may or may not be your thing, but these two, these three, and this one, those are the mattes. There are no other mattes in here. Everything else is a shimmer, which is cool, and it's a nice approach, and it's different than what they normally do because they usually do shimmers and mattes together. Let me grab one of theirs. Here's one. Let me see if I can unbury it. I probably have another one up there. I have all their palettes. They're 16 pounds. So let me see if I can do this without breaking this. So this is their Hey Hey Vacay. Timber. I'm losing palettes. This is what happens when you start stacking them on top of each other, Priscilla. So I'll show you what they normally do. And most of their palettes are somewhat neutral. So this one has the orange and the green. But usually, like in the case of this, there's a matte and a shimmer. And then here, there's two mattes and then a shimmer and a shimmer. So Yeah, and actually both of these are shimmers too, but they have an excellent formula. And it goes, let me see if I can balance that up there without it falling. If you hear a loud crash, it's just everything falling down behind me. Only that. Don't worry about it. But so this one is a little bit different because it's basically all shimmers, which is kind of nice. Let me swatch these for you. I haven't even swatched all these yet. I'm going to swatch all of the shimmers. I'm not going to worry about swatching the mattes unless you really want me to. Let me know. So I've got Sequin, Energy, Naughty, and Stiletto. Do you see the colors on those? Do you see those? If you have not played with LA Girl shadows, you need to do that. These rival high-end palettes. Look at that color. It's so beautiful. I looked at it and I was like, oh, it looks a little bit subtle for me. But then I'm like, these colors are perfect for the holidays, for the winter time, especially if you're not super into color, but you just want, I mean, to me, there's a lot of similarity here. I know people will maybe disagree with me, but there's a lot of similarity with Sydney Grace. They are not as smooth as Sydney Grace, but they perform quite similarly. The color tones are pretty similar. I'll pull out a Sydney Grace palette and swatch that next to this when we're done with this, just so you can get an idea. I have to dry my fingers. Let me actually grab this last one that I used. You could see there's some similarity with like the tones. Yeah, look at that. These could be sister palettes for sure. Look how close those are. This blue, the greens, really similar. And I love it. I think it's so beautiful. All right, so now we're gonna go with Soiree, which is like a mauve rose color. Tipsy, which is a more true green, Christmas green. Tinsel, which is, it's a funny name because it's actually a very deep dark mauve. And then All Nighter, which is like a more of a cobalt, almost purple. Actually, the Stiletto is more of the purple. This one is more of a true blue. So this is Soiree, Tipsy, Tinsel, and All Nighter. I mean, guys, if you are a fan of Sydney Grace, I challenge you to go pick up this $11 palette. I'm not saying that you're gonna replace your Sydney Grace with it, because I love Sydney Grace. I think these Temptalia palettes are absolutely worth the little splurge that I made on them. Slightly more than little splurge. But these colors, look at those. Ooh. And the shine is so beautiful, and the performance is beautiful, and their mattes are beautiful too. It's just that their mattes are not that special in this palette. But they are, they did do a good job, because it's really, they went from Eggnog, which is a nice, basic, nice, meaning, just basic bone color matte, to Night Out, which is a pretty deep chocolatey, but it's a cool tone chocolate. So a Drink Up is more, almost a little bit, almost mauve-y, but then Guest List and Invite and Sleek, those are like 3 different shades of tan. Again, kind of on the cool tone side. So then we got Champagne. Champagne is their more neutral gold. That doesn't seem like champagne at all to me. That's, a very glitzy. Now we get into their more loose, flaky sort of formula. They have a few formulas here. And these two, Cheers and Disco Ball, and also Champagne. Well, maybe Champagne not so much, but these two are those like loose, flaky. And then their black that's in here is also shimmer, which is LBD, Little Black Dress. I had to look at that and go, LBD, what's LBD? Oh yeah, that's right, Little Black Dress. All right, so this is, all right, that comes out more as almost a red tone, so not as gold as I thought. That's Champagne. This one, these do have to be kind of, if you don't rub them out. You see they kind of flake up like that. So you kind of have to just make sure that they're smoothed out. But the performance of these is, look at that shine. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love that formula. Oh, that was Cheers, by the way. This silvery one, which should be tinsel, but is not, is Disco Ball. And then LBD, Little Black Dress, is this gorgeous black. There's the whole thing. Not the mats. Let me throw the mats on the other side. Or actually, I'll put them on the back of my hand. A couple of them at least. I don't think I need to swatch them all, but I'll do 4 since I have 4 swatching fingers here. And then I'm going to make a comparison of a couple of my Sydney Grace colors just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I am not, again, I think Sydney Grace is fantastic. So I'm not minimizing the quality. So I'm doing Drink Up and Night Out, and I'll do Sleek, which is the lighter one. That's not the lightest, but the second to the lightest. And Guest List. Invite and Guest List are pretty similar. So they're all neutral browns, but you're gonna see they just, well, that one didn't because I had some dampness on the back of my hand, but they just swatch fairly nice and smoothly, other than this one that rippled. That was more my fault than the swatch's fault. But yeah, they perform super nicely. They're really smooth, really silky feeling. I know these palettes quite well because, like I said, I've got all of them. I have not done the 3 days on all of them, or even most of them, but I have used them enough. Every month, basically, I use one of these LA Girl palettes in my rotation. So I know them quite well. Oh, I love this color story. It's so much prettier. I mean, you look at this and you're like, oh, okay. But man, in person, stunning. All right, let's open up Sydney Grace here, and I'm going to swatch a couple of these, just the ones that are closest. I'm going to go Earthbound, which is similar to Energy. It feels a little more sticky. I'm going to grab Magellan's Light, which is kind of like champagne. It's not. This is much more. What's the word I'm looking at? Come on, Priscilla, spit it out. Rose gold. Then Calming Presence is the blue. That's kind of similar to Stiletto. Now that feels really similar to Stiletto here. And then Sakura Glow is kind of like Soiree. So I'll just swatch these 4, just so you can kind of get an idea. So let me see if I can do them. Here's the green there. Whoops. This is hard to coordinate. Let me put my hand this way and do it, and then I'll come back and show you. So those are the 2. This is definitely a lighter color. This is the Sydney Grace, but they do swatch fairly similarly. This is, like I said, it's going to be a little bit more pigmented and whatnot. I think this is Soiree, so I'm going to swatch this Sydney Grace that I said was similar to it. Forgot which one that is because it closed now. It's a different color. That's not what I'm showing. I'm just showing how similar they kind of feel, right? And then the blue, I think this blue is probably closer to Stiletto here. So let me put that on there. So you're going to see that this definitely is more pigmented, but the color, there's a lot of color similarity there. And then this red, I don't know what I was going to compare that one to. Maybe this one here. Naughty. It's not going to be the same, but we'll stick it in there and just give you kind of the idea. That'll make it easy anyhow. So there's the Sydney Grace, similar ones, and here's the LA Girl. What do you think? There's definitely more shine on the Sydney Grace side. There's a little bit more pigment, but there's also a lot more money. Yeah. So, I mean, I love Sydney Grace. I think they're spectacular and definitely worth the money. However, I Sydney Grace is like the tip top, and this is really, really, I mean, it competes very nicely. There's a lot of high end brands that are going to not be this good, not be this consistent. And that's the other thing with them is all of their palettes are consistent. The colors might be a little bit I guess there's a bathroom break in progress. If you hear the running water, just ignore that. I mean, you need to pee. Yeah, so this is should we wait? Should we wait until the moment is over? I feel like I'm being distracted. Oh, funny. Yeah, what do you guys think? Anybody made a comparison of these two? I think there's a lot of similarities between these, and also these shades are going to act a little bit closer to these shades. So these ones that are a little flaky, they're going to act a little bit different. These ones are actually kind of a pseudo satin. They act as a satin when used with a brush. So for example, this LBD black down here is going to be really beautiful blended out. And I did that actually when I first got it. I was like, ooh, I'm going to see. And I just put it over the top of what I had. And it just is a gorgeous, gives you a little bit of sheen, but it's not overly shiny or anything. So yeah, highly, highly recommend. I'm really curious now when I see them next to each other. I'm curious of, like if you can recreate some of the looks with them. Because I do think that this definitely, if you didn't get the Temptalia, Sydney Grace Temptalia set, get this. It's going to be really comparable. Now, the other one that is in that release is pretty neutral. And if you like neutrals and you like nice, shiny, reflective, I mean, stuff like this, but neutrals, you're going to really appreciate that. I haven't decided yet if that's something that I need, because I don't do that much with neutral. I do enjoy them, but I just, yeah, it's not a big priority for me to get another neutral palette. So, but I knew I was going to get this one, even before I knew it came out. I said if they come out with a Christmas something release, then it will be something that I need. The other thing that I picked up then, so keeping in mind when you go to Ulta and you pick this up, it's $11 on sale right now. I think I don't know if it's still on sale, but when I first put it in the cart, there was a 10% off with Rakuten. But then when I actually placed the order, it was only 3%. Whatever. It was something that I got back. But when it's 10%, that's a pretty decent deal because it's already only $11 for 18 pan, right? 3, 6, yeah, 18. And I don't know how this is. Let me see how this compares with these. So they're 24 grams, and this is 35 grams. So you're getting quite a bit more product in here by 10 grams, 11 grams. But who cares? Because you're not going to use all that anyhow. I mean, maybe you will. But if you got as many as I did, you're probably not going to. Yeah, so there's not as much product in here, but that's okay. So 11, and then you get the Rakuten, and then I also use the $3.50 off for $15 worth by getting this guy. So this is the LA Girls Ultimate Eye Intense Stay Auto Liner. I have not used this one. I've used quite a few of the LA Girl liners, but this one is a navy blue, but it's a bright navy blue. Let me dry my hand off since I just took these off, and it is so nicely pigmented and smooth. That is going to be so lovely with this palette. Let's do this. You can see the blues and the blues. Yes, yes. So I have not used this formula before, but I will be using it and then probably grabbing some of the other ones. I have a really nice gray and some others that I think will be nice to have. They're more subdued, the ones that come with this particular. They have the Ultimate Intense Stay. Is this a new formula or is this one that's been around for a while? Anybody know? Because I have not here. These ones. I have that's not LA Girl. This is LA Girl. These are the pastel. Pastel. So I have, 3 of these. And then I have, that's ColourPop. Never mind. I've got some of these that are the Shockwave. This one, do I have 2 of these or just one? No, I have 2. I have the purple one, Sequins, and then Ocean. And these ones are more glittery, and so I don't find that they're as pigmented in the waterline. Apparently it's lunchtime, so that's what's going on in the background. And then there are these ones, and these are the neon. And I think I've got 2 of these also. Oh, I got 3 because I got the yellow one. So I've got these, and these are really nice, and all of these are really well pigmented. Better than the Shockwave, I think. I think the Shockwave are when they actually go in the waterline. If you use them or just directly on the skin, then they come off pretty well. But you put them in the waterline, I find that anything that is more shimmery, it's not as intense when it comes out on the waterline. So yeah, but this I really like. Let me actually make a quick comparison because the one that's similar is the Juvia's Place. I have one Juvia's Place liner. This is more bright and almost teal color, but I feel like these compare pretty well in the performance. So, yeah. Anyway, that'll be fun to use in the waterline and maybe for some accent or whatnot. So that's what we got to talk about. So what are you guys' plans for the month? Anybody have any big holiday plans coming up? I know that there's going to be, you guys have stuff going on. I've got I'm going to put that upside down so I can see the color. I've got my, birthday shenanigans and whatnot going on. I don't know. There's not really any plans. I think that we have some family coming into town. My mom wanted us to go visit when they come in, a nephew that I haven't seen for a long time, his mom. So we might head out to Wisconsin. And other than that, it's just, staying busy and trying to get through this semester with my doctoral classes and teaching as much as I can and doing a lot of outreach to the community. Stuff that I do when I'm not here doing this stuff with you guys. So we are at, looking at the time, 58:52. Hey, that's pretty good. We timed it pretty well. So that's all I got. Thank you guys for joining me, for hanging out with me. Those of you that come in all the time and are my go-to diehard tribe, I appreciate having you guys in there, and everybody else that popped in and joined us for any period of time. Let me know what you think if you've got this one, or if you've got the other ones, or if this looks tempting at all to you, or if you think that, what do you think of my comparison? It's not a dupe at all, but it's going to give you very similar color, and it's going to perform very nicely. But yeah, I think that it definitely compares with Huda. As far as quality, it compares I put it up there with Natasha Denona. I think that the quality is very, very similar. I think that Sydney Grace is better, but a lot of the other ones that are priced up there in the deluxe pricing, I don't think they're any better than this quality. Just saying. So save your coin, spend $11, enjoy it. Highly recommended. And we'll try to get some looks coming out here too. So oh no, that's fine. Hey, making dinner, that's cool. I should be doing that. I love when you come hang out with me too. You're one of my favorites. So yeah, Miss Charlie, she's awesome. She's always around and hanging out with me. But all right, I'll let you guys go and see you in the next one. That's gonna be Wednesday at 8-ish. And at that time, we'll see what we're going to do. I might do 2 looks with this one. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I could even do a comparison between this and the Sydney Grace. As far as color, it's not going to be quality as much, but it'll be color because I already know that Sydney Grace is better quality. But again, it costs quite a bit more too. So yeah, save your money, get this one, or don't get both of them like I did. Because why not? All right, so I'll see you in the next one, and have a great weekend. And what are all the other good things that we got to say? I was going to say have a good holiday, but I was like, oh no, that's over. Next holiday is going to be in a few weeks. So never mind. Have a good rest before the holidays really kick in and get crazy. So,